suppressive fire to help the soldiers move into position. The LAV-3 is a fierce fighting machine. On board, a battery of guns, including a Bushmaster cannon that can lob a 25mm shell up to 3 kilometers. Inside, a tactical navigation system and thermal viewers make it operable anytime in almost any conditions.
Oh, Bravo, get out! Spread out! Get going!
Knowing how to drive the LAV is no longer enough.
Alpha, push forward!
Now, it's about using all that firepower to protect the dismounted soldiers and intimidate the enemy.
We need some ammo!
Company Commander Major Cale Oberworth watches closely. Only one of the 4 LAV gunners is using his Bushmaster cannon as if he means it. As for the rest, a fail. The point of the exercise whizzed right over their heads.
Cannon's gotta be down. Cannon's gotta be slewing. Gunners, you have a job. Your job is to protect that crew. How do you do that? By finding the enemy before he finds you and destroying him.
In the coming days, they'll tackle these elementary drills again until they get it right.
Stand back! Hey!
There's a lot more to learn, and the pressure's only started.
Right, attack! Cut!
Understanding how to destroy the enemy also means learning how to fight on his turf. A northern winter can't replicate the heat and dust of Afghanistan. So, it's time to head south.
Company, attention! Start looking at your kit for Texas. Make sure that you bring some warm clothes. You'll be given your passport. If you don't have the documents, guess what? You're in a world of trouble. Dismissed!
"500 vehicles and thousands of parts are on their way to Fort Bliss, the largest Army training area in the United States. The big war games are about to begin. Fort Bliss covers 4,400 square kilometers in Texas and New Mexico. In the coming weeks, Army trainers will use this vast space to teach their soldiers the tricks of desert warfare.
If you look around, this place, Texas, New Mexico, is eerily like it is over in Kandahar in Afghanistan.
For the first week, Cox and his men will be tested as a platoon with cutting-edge counterinsurgency drills. Then training will escalate into more complex scenarios with a larger battle group.
It's awesome to finally get here. We've been looking forward to this for a good 6-7 months now, looking forward to coming to Fort Bliss.
Corporal Evan Sopp, the platoon's youngest soldier.
I am expecting a lot of good surprises. I'm expecting them to actually stand us to, you know, wake us up real early in the morning, tell us we got to go somewhere real quick and we got to capture this guy, and expect us to move like really, really quickly.
I told my mom I'm over here in Texas. They're just hanging out with the Americans. She worries too much. So the less she knows, the better it is.
John Cox recently received his own family surprise.
We found out just before we left that we're having a boy.
His son will be born just before he heads to Afghanistan.
I don't know, we were thinking things like Hunter. I don't know, she had some other hippie names I didn't like,
But for the next few weeks, his entire focus has to be here, leading his 40 men and their vehicles through the big tests ahead. His platoon is made up of 4 sections, each with a light armored vehicle, each containing 10 men. The platoon is one of 4 that makes up Mike Company. Almost 200 soldiers in all. Mike Company's boss is ready to roll.
Say again, the mission, drive from here to here along this route.
Major Oberworth is moving his soldiers deep into the desert for their first mock encounter with the enemy.
Ambush. In the event of ambush, 3 S's, all right? Stop, strike, or speed.
The soldiers have no idea where or when Army trainers will spring their first trap.
Zulu 1-1 Bravo, this is 1-1 Bravo, radio check, over.
The only thing they know for sure, never drop your guard, even for an instant.
Back up! Back up!
Lieutenant John Cox and the soldiers of 1 Platoon Mike Company are heading into the unknown. Somewhere up ahead, Army trainers are plotting a killer of a test course. But first, a refresher drill. Major Oberworth is looking for defensive smarts.
Hey, stop here!
As the men of 1 Platoon dismount from their light armored vehicles.
All call signs 1-1, dismount, dismount, dismount.
As soon as the ramp drops,
Go.
these guys become a sniper's dream and prime targets for improvised explosive devices, IEDs, the Taliban's favorite weapon.
We're good here. Hey!
The drill: check under the lav, search all the way around it, and do a wider sweep. Oberworth needs to see some serious hustle, evidence that these guys are playing for real. Problem is, they're looking way too casual, and they aren't sweeping out far enough.
Come on up, boys.
Oberworth is steamed.
Bull. All right? When the guys dismount from the vehicle, he is fighting for his life and the life of the guys on left and right of him.
He warns his platoon commanders, from here on, everybody better play for real.
Okay? Your soldiers, when they leave that vehicle, have got to be switched on. And I don't want to see this, oh, we're going through another iteration, that kind of, I feel sorry for myself attitude. You're going to die. And the people that you love and care about, guys on left and right of you, are going to die. And that will not be acceptable. Okay? And I will embarrass people.
The reality checks will keep on coming. Now the soldiers have to dig in for a bone-chilling night in a desert sleeping hole.
Pete, what was it? Were you biochemist?
Biophysics.
Biophysics. He was in school for biophysics.
What are you
doing here?
I haven't graduated yet.
But still, man. You know what I was doing?
He was in high school 6 months ago.
The hour has arrived for their first encounter with the mock enemy.
You're going to get hit out there.
Okay, you're gonna hit by IEDs, there's gonna be ambushes, there's gonna be a whole bunch of things that's gonna happen. When it happens, you see a guy with a weapon, he's hiding, he's set up, you've just gone through an IED, okay, that's the enemy. That's Taliban. And if he's got a weapon, he's pointing at you, you can shoot him.